Another good software choice is the Wingate Proxy Server. It's designed for Windows operating system users. Available across, it includes major key features like secure and managed internet access, enforced and flexible access controls, monitors real-time usage, and also improvement of network performance and response with DNS and web. SOCKS, the protocol for proxy servers, uses sockets to represent and keep track of single users. SOCKS version 5 provides authentication and support for UDP, and also the client program must be able to run SOCKS, and also the OS must have the capability to run SOCKS, and the operating system also must maintain and run the server. The process of the proxy server. The first thing that happens is that the proxy server intercepts requests from users on the internal network, and it passes the request to another computer over the internet, which is the destination, and then the request then reaches the proxy server. The next thing that happens from there is it uses a different source IP address. The proxy server recreates the entire packet that's being sent, and then the proxy server then sends the packet to the intended destination, and the return packet gets sent back to the proxy server. And the server once again performs the inspection and compares to the firewall's rule base. Finally, the proxy server rebuilds the return packet and sends it to the computer that originated the request. It also conceals clients, translates networking addresses, and plays the role of filtering content. Now we can talk about how I created the proxy server. The first thing I did, or if you don't have a computer with VMware, first thing we do is we install VMware on the computer. That way you're not messing up your operating system or anything like that. Once we install VMware, choose the operating system you wish to use your proxy server. Then open your CD drive and pop the disk into the tray, or you can also download it off the internet. Then VMware will then extract the files and install the operating system. This is ideal if you're using a machine like this in this lab with restrictions. The next thing to do is to browse the internet for software to download the program used for the proxy server, which I figured Ubuntu Linux was the best way to go because it uses a terminal window to download the Squid proxy server software. And then the next thing you want to do then is find a website that you can download the instructions on setting up and configuring the proxy server. The next set of slides will guide you through how I set up my proxy server using Squid in Ubuntu Linux. The first thing I did was I opened the terminal window, and then I input the following command: sudo.apt-get install Squid. And then it'll ask me to input my password and ask me a prompt, and then it'll download the files. And then the next thing I did was type in if configuration, ifconfig, which is used to figure out the IP address of your current machine. In Windows, it's ipconfig /all. And after we got the IP address, we wrote it down, and then we opened Firefox, the internet browser, and then went to the advanced settings and manually configured the proxy server and input the IP address. Then we went back into the terminal window, then changed the working directory to etc. Squid3 using the change directory command, or CD. While in the directory, I also created the backup copy of the configuration file by typing in sudo cpsquid.conf space then squid conf.bak for backup. And the next thing to do is type sudo, then the name of your text editor, and squid.conf, and then in the text editor, we use the find feature to find these following lines: visible host, and then assign a unique name, which in my case is proxy server, and then we found http:/access allow local net, and then remove the pound of the comment sign. And also we have one ACL LocalNet SRC, then the .x's, which represents the Internet Protocol address that was discovered earlier when we ran the IF configuration protocol. And then the next thing is restart squid with the following command: sudo service squid3, then restart. And then after that, we decided, my lab assistant and I then decided to test it. And so what we did was we added 2 lines to the configuration file: ACL blocked underscore websites dstdomain.yahoo.com, and then HTTP underscore access denied blocked websites. And then we opened the browser, typed it in, and it said that the domain has been blocked. So that indicates our proxy server was successfully set up, and then we went back and deleted the 2 lines, and that's how we create a proxy server. And so today you learned how the background of a proxy server, its process, and the configuration, setup, and the testing, and what would happen to our computer networks, and the security without proxy servers. And these are the sites I've used for the information I found for the paper as well as for this project. And